Hello guys. So how does it happen that right now is the worst possible time to be an artist? How we came to this point? How we came to this point where, like, when I just started, it was my first credits in the film was in 1999, where I did the 3D work for it. Then in 2000 I did my first short film, 3-minute short film, full animated. Then I finished the art school, then I finished the art university, 6 years of university and master's degree, where we studied sculpture, where we studied drawing, painting, human anatomy, animal anatomy, composition, colors, all that stuff. I got the master's degree. Then I started my own company. In 2007, together with a friend, we started this website for artists, Artogrou. It was the largest CG art community in the Eastern European internet. At that time there was no single artist who didn't know about our website. And in 2013, when Russia decided that they want a piece of Ukraine, of course I closed my business and moved on. But it was very hard decision, and I put a huge piece of my soul into this project. After this website, I started my research in medical animation. I did the artwork HIV virus, which won the international competition, and so after I won that competition, I received a number of invitations for like job offers in Europe, other countries, Great Britain, United States, and I've choose to move to United States, right? It was 2013. Since then, I was working in the medical animation field, so CG art for medical animations, and at first things were going great. I was working at this company, and then this company downsized and I lost the job. After what, I started my own business. We did the medical animations, even though my works are published in over 30 magazines and books, and I had tens of exhibitions around the world with my works, and my works were on the covers of the books and magazines, and Nobel Prize winners' articles were illustrated with my artworks, etc. And why I'm telling this, not to say how good I am or something. Obviously I am not bad in the profession, but my point is that I'm trying to make that I've been around in the industry, in the profession for quite a while. I know because I owned the company that basically provided services for artists as a hosting this website and organizing competitions, having communications with the same level CEOs around the world to make those competitions happen, and all these companies who provide prizes, etc. You just, when you're doing business of this kind, you're growing connections in the industry, and you are growing your understanding of the industry. And I've seen where artist perception, CG artist perception, went from some kind from being taken as some kind of a celebrity. I am not joking with you. It was like when you were a CG artist and you were good at what you are doing, you were a kind of celebrity. You were taken by people like that. I'm talking about early 2000s, when CG art just started, and how we went to the point where right now the artist is being treated worse than dust behind someone's foot. It's incredible. It's incredible how we deal with this, because there was a lot of on our heads lately, right? First those strikes happened, writer strike in Hollywood, where a lot of people people in the art community lost their jobs because of that, because the studios were just closed. There was no work. Then during the COVID, a lot of companies start growing and just hiring, because the gaming industry started growing because people were sitting at home, right? And they just had to make content, and they thought that it's gonna continue like that all the way moving forward, which didn't happen, and huge layoffs start happening in the industry. Not only CG, but IT industry in general. So that thing happened. Like, that's not enough, then NFTs appeared out of nowhere. And like, I don't have to tell you what the NFTs and the level of scam the thing is. Everyone in clear mind can see that right now. And like, that is not enough. AI happened. Poor artists, poor CG artists. At first, traditional artists lost their relevance in this world due to this shift towards CG. And listen, I know what I am talking about. 6 years of university education as a traditional artist. My wife, first 8 years in the US, she wasn't able to find a job as a traditional artist because that's all she was able to do. Now pretty the same happens with the CG artists. We went from being celebrities, and some of us are celebrities right now, at least in my eyes, right? My main concern right now, as many of you, of course, is AI, artificial intelligence. My take on AI is that it's an inescapable thing, and it's stupid, and it's silly to listen, guys, I know that you'll be crazy, I know that you're gonna be mad at me right now, but I think it's just pointless to fight against it. It's like fight against the wind, or fight against fire, or try to put the toothpaste back to this thing. There's just no point. It's not gonna work. It's not how the world works. We, as an art community, will not be able to fight this. You know why? Guess. Because no one cares. The end consumer, people who are digesting our products, do not care about us. This is very important to understand. Like, really, guys, I'm telling, those fighters, those, like, when I see the posts on Facebook, on Instagram, and people are kind of trying to fight and stand their ground, write those messages to Facebook how they're against Facebook using their AI, their art to train the AI models on the Meta side, or people who are trying to fight against Adobe, and they're canceling their subscriptions. Guys, you're delusional. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, like, I'm not happy. I'm sad. This is the sad laugh, you know? I'm very sad about the situation. Some of my friends already lost a job to AI. And there is nothing funny about it. But the way how you approach the fight against this evil, it doesn't work, because the end business and consumer, whether it's, let's say, like, let's think, let's discuss. There is a writer who need a cover of the book. And he thinks as a businessman, he thinks as a person who just need to publish this book. Do you think he cares about if it's ethical to use someone's databases trained on actual artists to create his cover for this book? Of course not. The only thing that person cares is to make the product as fast as possible and as cheap as possible. As soon as you guys understand the point of the end consumer, the better it will be for you, and we will speak about this later. Another example is let's take my industry, the medical animation industry. And at first I started my work as an artist, obviously. Right now I'm a creative director and a business owner, and I am doing less artwork, and I'm more involved into business planning and managing side of things. Speaking with clients, understanding them better, understanding what they want and what they need and what they don't want. And you know what they don't want the most? They don't want to wait, and then they don't want to waste the money where the money can be saved. It's a big surprise, right? So imagine this: you are a big pharma company and you need to make a illustration or a video that will help you promote your drug. Do you really think, guys, I am asking those guys who are trying to fight AI on Facebook and Instagram or fighting against Adobe, do you think those people care about your art? If there is one thing I've learned in America, being on the higher roles in production food chain, it would be that the client doesn't care about quality. They doesn't care about how much time you spent on your work. I was told once by my first boss here in America, like, actually the reason why I was fired, he came to me and said, listen, Alexei, our clients doesn't really need your quality. You're doing insanely good job, insanely beautiful art, but our clients don't need that. I'm sorry, we cannot pay you the salary that you're having right now. We have to let you go. The client is not interested in the quality product. All client is interested in is their side of business, is their income and their interests. Again, I will say this again, guys, if you think that the companies care about the quality of your art, your awards, your connections, your reputations, none of that, this like your experience, your education, those things are just not relevant. Those matters are non-existent in the client's world. And my question to you, who pays you money? Like, let's remove the agencies from this food chain. Like, let's remove the middle side of this chain. It's the client, and that's the true king in this food chain. You can like that or dislike, it doesn't matter, like, at all. Another example for all those AI justice seekers, let's take a movie company and let's take a project, let's take a producer who is organizing the work on the feature film. He needs to make a presentation to the investor. He needs it fast, and he needs a certain lineup of visuals to illustrate the narrative in the presentation, in the PDF, right? How it was done before. The number of artists was hired to illustrate this proposal, this pitch deck. And now with the AI appearance and those people, those producers being learning about AI, what they can do, they can hire only one person, and that one person will use the Midjourney on some other bullshit service and will generate all images they need for the pitch, and with minimal edits. I'm not saying that like all artists are removed from the chain. No, we still, at least for now, we still need a few people making those small adjustments to fit the things in the certain metrics. But what will happen, this person who is a producer on the project, he will get the result that is acceptable. I'm not saying about any kind of quality or I think the time where in the future film the CG art was a pride, it's gone for good. It's gone. It was in 2005, 7, 10, probably up to 13, 14. Now it's gone. Look what studios, what Hollywood is trying to put in all narratives, on all media. This film was made without the use of any CGI. We used only, how they call it? I forgot how they call, but actually it's just a method of shooting all stunts and all effects on real life camera without using any CGI. And even though films right now using probably the most CGI it was ever used in the movie industry, all companies right now trying to say that they are making those films without the use of any CGI. So that's to my point that I brought previously. The profession of an artist fallen on my eyes. Now, what should we do and how, because I see a lot of my friends are concerned, and rightfully so. Why wouldn't you be, right? When you're losing the stability, when the ground under your feet are shaking like crazy and you don't know what tomorrow will look like for you and for your family. And imagine you have the mortgage or something else like that. Like how to survive that psychological pressure that is on you. And you have kids right now in America. It's unimaginable to survive that, And my advice from my experience to rebuild, not like those posts on Instagram and Facebook where you're trying to fight the AI, it will bring you to nowhere. My point is that by doing those posts, there are two things that you're losing. First, you're losing energy that you need on solving the actual problems. And by losing that energy, this gives you the feeling that you accomplished something, or you're on the way of accomplishing something. In this case, it's your goal of fighting against the AI. And both of those two things are not, like, you're not getting anywhere with that. You're just spending your energy, you're spending your life and fire on that, and you're losing motivation when you're not seeing result of your actions. It's natural. My suggestion to you is to try, as hard and probably stupid it would sound to you on this point today, try to adopt. What I mean by try to adopt, you have to change how you approach your art. If you are the kind of artist who is making living by drawing or 3D modeling or sculpting, you need to change your approach to your work, where first you need to understand that the end client doesn't care about quality of your work, doesn't care about you as an artist. All those people are caring about is their profit. I will repeat. Your client that you think is very good person, and you're speaking and congratulating each other on Christmas and New Year and birthdays, those people care only about their profit, about themselves and their business. They don't care about you at all. This thing have to change your approach with your work. Second, if you think that you are in the risk group of losing the job to AI, you need to stop this mindset where you're creating, like you're working towards creating the portfolio on this trash can called ArtStation. I'm sorry for if I'm offending someone right now, but I'm just telling how it is. ArtStation is just a trash can. I'll explain myself. You know, when I was studying in the university, we, like, let's say we are doing figure drawing, like naked figure drawing, and we have the final exam every semester, and we are making like a top quality drawing, right? That will go to the teachers who study us. But in between those exams, final exam drawings, we do hundreds, if not thousands, small drawings. The drawings that doesn't really matter anything. It's just the study drawings. It's studies. They even call, they have the title, the name. It's a studies. They doesn't mean anything other than improving your skill set. And you know where those drawings go after they are done? To the trash can. That's where they belong. No one cares about those drawings. No one needs them. It's just your next step to improving yourself. Unfortunately, right now I see ArtStation as one of those trash cans where it's filled with artworks of people who are creating those portfolios, those artworks, just as a to showcase their skill and their ability to execute certain tasks. I see those portfolios which are filled with the same types of works, which are basically their studies. They are not works that have meaning. They are not works that have story. They are not works that have idea. Unfortunately, most of those works are on ArtStation. They are just studies. Now let's see what's happened. ArtStation has been scrapped for the materials to train the AI models. What else would you expect? What else you as an artist would expect putting all those studies in your profile on ArtStation? And it's the second thing that you need to understand. As an artist who feels that threat from AI, you don't need to put the studies on the ArtStation or some other portfolio website. You need to tell the story with your art. I will repeat. Your art have to tell the story. Your art have to have the idea. Only this way, your style and your approach to your artistic work will not be damaged by AI, because I cannot compete with you in storytelling. Think about it this way. Just spend 5 minutes after this video and think about it. If you will learn to create your art and tell the story, the risks of you being replaced by the AI dropping dramatically. What I mean by telling the story, simple example. As all of you know, there is this stupid war that Russia started against Ukraine. And there is this Ukrainian artist who is creating artworks where she illustrates the terrible things, the face of war, in the shape of art. And those artworks, those drawings, probably not the highest possible quality or skill. I've seen much more quality works on ArtStation. But those series of artworks, they are telling the story. That's what you need to learn. That's how you escape the danger of AI technology. That's how you will get your appreciation and your value from client. You can agree or disagree with me right now. I am not pretending to be the only right truth in the world. It's just my opinion based on my experience and my knowledge of the industry. The second advice, try to think how to solve someone's problem with your art. This is the second way how you can protect yourself from being replaced by AI technology. If your art will be able to solve social problems, you will never be replaced by AI. It's just not gonna happen. Think of big things. Think how many problems there is in the world. And the same approach goes for businesses. Look at any successful business. And those successful businesses, all of them are solving people's problems. If the business is not solving any problems, it's just useless and it's not growing and disappears because there is no use of it. So think about your art this way. Just try to solve someone's problem, and the bigger problem you are solving with your art, more successful artist you are. The deeper story your art is telling, the more successful artist you are. The more unique style and approach to art execution you have, the more successful artist you are. The bigger the chance you stand against this AI technology. That's all. Just wanted to be helpful in a way to you. It's sad to see those, attempts to fight against the wind on Facebook and Instagram. I don't know how you guys can't understand that it's just pointless and useless and just wasting your energy. And unfortunately, all of us has limited amount of energy in life. And it has to be refilled from somewhere. Think on what I said. I hope it was useful. Let me know if you would like me to make more videos of this kind, if this was interesting or helpful to you. See you later. With all my heart, wish you find what you're looking for. Goodbye.